Hi, good morning. Welcome to Ekate's Crossing. Today we're going to look at the New Zealand Fairy Oracle and the New Zealand Naturally Tarot deck. Sorry, is that right? Okay. So let's see what today's message is about. Looking at the New Zealand Naturally Tarot to begin with. Okay, first card number 1. Okay, we have the 3 of Coins. 3 of Coins. 3 of Coins is about being recognised for your skill. Maybe you're working with other people as well, which is quite important. So you might be working with somebody else. You might be asked to work in a team with a team effort. Card number 2. We have the 10 of Branches. Okay, 10 of Branches is about being burdened. Maybe you're feeling like you're being weighed down at this time. So again, you've got that sense of being recognised as working as a team. So maybe it's about asking for help to work with others, because you're feeling a little bit burdened, a little bit overwhelmed by what's going on at the moment for you. And here you have the Queen of Peaks, and Queen of Peaks is the same as Queen of Swords, and that's very much about your truth. So it's very much about looking at the truth, looking at the facts. I feel it's a sense of nurturing the facts of the situation is. So looking at what's actually going on at the moment, looking very clearly at it, looking at the truth of it all, and saying, hey, look, I need to work with other people because I am feeling a bit overwhelmed and a bit too much at the moment. I feel like everything's a bit too much for me at the moment going on. So here we have Ace of Coins, and that's about looking at your full potential. So when you do that, I think when you start to ask for help and you look at the facts of the situation, it allows you to actually see what your true potential are. You know, there is also a possibility of understanding our own limits, and that's okay. It's okay to have some limits in what we know and what we can do, and it's okay to ask for help from other people because things might be feeling a bit overwhelmed. So I get a sense of like exactly about knowing your potential, but also knowing your limits is very important at this time as you move through this process. And here you have the 9 of Coins, and 9 of Coins is about maybe you need to actually take some time out to maybe take a bit of pampering, have a little bit of leisure, but it's also about the gain, the material aspects that you've actually gained. So what are you actually gaining from this experience? It's interesting. So what are you gaining from this experience? I'm getting quite strongly here. So here you have the sense of, what I want to say is, you've got the sense of being, sorry, mine's just gone blank again for a second. Sorry, the sense of, here we go, Queen of Peaks. Looking at the truth of the situation, you know you're feeling burdened, the sense of working in a team, working with other people, know your limits where you're at, and also the sense of, see, I say what I say and then I go blank. I forget what I've actually said, what I've already said in the message. This is what happens when you sometimes listen to what's coming through and you just say it and you don't actually retain the message. I want to say this quite clearly. Sometimes I say something and I'll say it once and then I'll go to say it again and it's like, what did I say? My mind has gone completely blank in regards to the message that's going on here. So it's about saying it once, and really that's about it. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of a moment. So really I feel it's about recognising the skills, knowing that you could maybe got to work with a team at the moment because you're feeling burdened, you're feeling overwhelmed. The sense of actually looking at the facts of the situation, knowing your limits is really important, and also about understanding what experience you've gained from this situation. Here we go. Got the message again. There as well. Right, okay, so let's look at the New Zealand Fairy Oracle deck coming through. So this is the New Zealand Naturally Tarot. You can get this through Game Crafter, just this mini size. And these are all New Zealand animals and plants. It does come with a little sheet. Okay, the card we got here is number 11. It's called Tiki, and it's the first human being. And this to me is about creation. It's also about honouring your past, honouring what's gone on from what's actually been happening within you. I also feel like the Tiki is all about respect as well. So let's see, I feel like this is quite important for me to read this from the book. I want to talk about the traditional Māori lore. Good luck was a very real and powerful concept and reality in traditional Māori culture, and it was associated with positive metaphysical realities and external forces that could influence the individual as well as the tribe. The Māori word, now my speaking is terrible, Waimari, or W-A-I-M-A-R-I-E, means good fortune or peaceful waters. Māori designs used in pendants, wood carvings and tattoos carried specific spiritual meanings pertaining to good luck and the evoking of it, an uninterrupted flow into one's life. The tide of power. No, it's a very ancient symbol that the Tiki is a carved human figure with webbed feet and with hands placed on the hips. According to myth, Tiki was the first human being on earth, who legend informs us originated from the stars. It is an archetypal Māori artifact that represents fertility and is regarded as being a good luck charm when worn. Traditional says the wearer of a Tiki will find the true expression of their own strength and their own innate character. So thinking about it as you being the feminine and masculine force, it's also about lighting, clarity, emerging, a bolt from the blue. You can also talk about fertilization and feminine, but also about good luck. So it says here, if you have drawn this card, Tiki is your ally. The presence of Tiki indicates potent, fertile, generative powers are now active in your life. You can expect sudden breakthroughs. Balanced force overcomes resistance. A sudden influx or upwelling of potent catalyzing power may occur which bring clarity. The time is ripe with feminine and masculine virile force. A time ready for the unknown to burst forth into the light. A regenerative catalyst has awakened the will into action. So this for me is very much about your inner power needed to break down barriers or break through resistance. This can also talk very much about your own self-empowerment. Are you feeling empowered on your journey at this time? Do you feel like you're moving in the right direction? Are you honouring who you are as a person? Honouring where you've come from? It may be about looking at your past and bringing that through into the now. I sense that, of course, again, that your potency, your power and your strength. And I think that all comes from your own experience, also your own path, maybe your own family beliefs, your own family traditions. I think that's very important to sort of look at. An increase in good fortune and a change of luck. So I feel like things are sort of moving in the right direction for you. So that's really important. So it's about looking at I feel like today's message is really about looking at your past, looking at the experiences that you've gained and where you are within that and how you can bring that forward into having a positive path ahead for you. Really important. So that's just a really sort of quick message for today. Take care and blessed be from Hekate's Crossing.